Hailing frequencies open, sir.
Hailing frequencies. Open.
I don't know why I keep giving alien street food a chance. It's always such a gamble.
Captain, we're being hailed.
On screen.
Hello and welcome to another Hailing Frequencies Open After Dark, where we continue to trek through the past and future of naughty Star Trek. As always, I'm your host, Mike Jones. I realized in the last episode we recorded, I was just like, as always, I'm your host, and then I just moved right on. Like, you know who I am. I don't have to say that's not true. Joining me here in the virtual Zoom room, he took a solo away mission to see if he could catch a taste in maths. It's Damian.
Oh, I caught a taste. I caught a taste of Slut Trek, and I'm here to talk about it, and I have no regrets.
Well, the person who wrote that intro, she missed Slut Trek 2025 because her thong and pasties were at the cleaners. No, actually, they were. It's Lanita.
That's right. I did not have time to hand wash them. The delicate cycle isn't good enough, so I had to send them out. And I didn't get there before it closed.
There you go.
Tragic tale. It's a tragic tale.
Okay, this episode might need a parental advisory sticker on it because she's back. Her tales of Slut Trek piqued our interest so much, we sent an away team to Boston to investigate. Now she's here to recap it. Please welcome to the pod performance artist and drag thing and the founder, producer, star of Boston's own Slut Trek, Lucy Blueskies.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back.
Yes, rockin' merch.
Rocking
Thank you
some
guys so
hailing
much for
frequencies.
having me back.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming back. And I know I said this before we started recording, but you have the cutest glasses.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
love a
Little
good cat
eye
eye.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're listening on the audio only, Lucy is giving us a pink extreme cat eye. They're almost like butterfly shape. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a
Yeah.
little clear at the bottom.
Mhm.
Oh.
I have a
Fading away.
sponsorship deal, so I'm not going to say where I got them. So.
Well, if you
Exactly.
make pink cat eye glasses and you're looking for a spokesmodel, she's here. You can contact us.
You can't find glasses that cute at like the Target optical. You know what I mean? You got
Nope.
Not Target.
no, exactly.
The last time that we had you on and you gave us all the dirty details of Slut Trek and you sold it so well and you were very generous in offering us, a special spot in the audience. And it took kind of a while to get our/my act together. But I made it. And I also have to say for the record, first of all, Lucy and I are now promoting one another.
Mhm.
That
Because
is
we gifted each other t-shirts. I have a Lucy Blue Sky t-shirt and she has a Hailing Frequencies Open podcast t-shirt.
Mhm.
I love it.
Yes, we are repping one another here. And I also bears mentioning that a friend of the pod who is not with us, Lee-Ellen, had full plans. She was going to be my travel partner to go to Boston, and she came down with something nasty. And so she was the one who said, I should arrive with a t-shirt for Lucy, find out her t-shirt size. And then I did, and I was like, oh my God, so should we. So credit where credit is due. That was not originally my idea. So
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
yes. So I'm sure you'll get a t-shirt from her someday in the future, just not anytime soon. So it was a great success. This was an amazing show. How do you feel afterwards?
I feel really good. I feel so proud of what everyone brought. I feel like every year it gets a little bit better. It gets a little bit tighter. And I'm really proud of what we brought. And I'm so glad that you were able to make it too.
Oh, I was pretty determined to make it because this was like a combination of like so many, you were giving sexy, you were giving comedy, you were giving like real Star Trek deep cuts throughout. It was so good. And also I should say it was a show that I don't think you had to be a Trekkie to enjoy it.
Nope. So that is my goal. The first Star Trek themed burlesque show I ever went to, I had never seen a single episode of Star Trek. I think I told the story the last time I was on.
Yeah.
It was just watching the enthusiasm from the performers, from the crowd. I didn't need to get the references to understand that this is something I could love. And I want to bring that to everyone else too, because while I might know every Star Trek reference that anyone could ever make, not everyone does, and you should make it palatable enough that even if you don't get every bit of the joke, it's still funny. It's still
Mhm.
something you can relate to or laugh at or what have you, cheer
You're
at,
you're not
get behind,
performing at a
anything.
Star Trek convention. Like it's a you have to make it accessible, right?
Exactly.
Um, so since Lanita and I weren't able to go, um,
Wah,
like
wah.
set the stage for us. Like, what was the venue like?
Mhm.
Like,
Make me believe I'm
right.
there.
Paint a
Go.
picture.
Yes. So I have been doing the show at the Crystal Ballroom. It is a beautiful theater. It has a nice raised stage with a dropped down like mezzanine area. That's where all our VIP seating was. We had a runway going right through there, so people were getting like up close and personal with the performers.
Nice.
Um, it did sell out, so every seat in the house was filled, which is always so lovely to see. Um,
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I do feel like the ballroom just brings like an added layer to the show. I do
Yeah,
like
it was a
by the
space with character. It
isn't
really
it
was.
beautiful? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a really beautiful spot, and I do try to bring more to this. I try to make this quite an event, a once a year thing that's worth traveling to, and I'm glad you were able to see it because I feel like we kind of hit it. Um,
Well, and also I'm glad that I arrived early
yeah,
because it felt like, well, first of all, I was a little, I realized that I didn't like ask a lot of questions as to like where exactly it was or how to get in or if I had like planned my ticketing right or where I knew you said where I
You
was. So
showed
I was
up.
like, I had
You
like a
showed up,
little
Damien.
like travel anxiety around it. And I was like, I'm not going to text her. It's like, she's like, it's the day of her show. Like, I'm sure she's like
oh,
swamped and frazzled.
well,
And then
thank
I
you.
walked in and there you were like working the crowd. It was
Yep.
amazing.
Yeah, I do my best to like get early as ready as I can so I can go out and start talking to people as they come in, especially those first few people in the door once doors open. Those are the people that were lined up waiting. Those are the
Mm.
people fully in costume and like it's such a heartwarming moment for me to like look out and see everyone there and realize like they're all there because of me, because I made this little event happen and I like to try to talk to as many people as possible and just say like, thank you for coming. Like you you took time out of your schedule or out of whatever's going on in your life. You put on clothes, you got yourself here and you're here. And like that means something, you know?
Oh, and
That's
it, you know what? It's
awesome.
interesting because I was like walking around that crowd and it felt like a community. It felt like, and I was like, and not in a way where I necessarily felt excluded, but it felt like people knew each other. And it felt like people were there with their friends or they saw friends there. Like, can you give me a sense of like who the crowd was? Like, where do they, are these people who are these Lucy Blue Skies fans? Are they like,
Yeah, so
who are they?
I've been so fortunate. I have a lot of people who have been coming to every show since the first one. I got a little group of dedicated people that really love what I'm doing, and they really make it a point to come to every one now. In fact, the costume contest winner from my first show was right next to me in the aisle, and I noticed them while I was dancing, in fact. Um, and then it spreads by word of mouth. Like everyone in the show is so enthusiastic about it and they tell everybody in their life and everyone else is interested in that. And I also do feel like Trekkies kind of make their own community. So even
Yes.
when you don't
Yeah.
know
Mm.
someone so well, like that's a room full of people that love the same thing you love.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's some community there. You can kind of strike up a conversation with anyone.
Yeah.
It's funny. So the table that I was sitting at, we had great seats because we were like, you said like the sunken level where the VIPs were, and we were. My seat was like right on
Yep.
the balcony, like right on the front, like overlooking it. So it
Ooh,
was very prominent,
fancy.
excellent seat.
I,
But there was a woman at my table, and someone said to her, "Are you a Star Trek fan?" And she said, I'm a Lucy Blueskies fan.
Well,
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yes. Yeah,
And
we
the
had to
cosplay was so good.
Yeah, no,
The
everyone
audience, I mean.
shows out. Yeah, people really show out. So something extra I added this year was I made a photo, like a photo booth area. Because I feel like that just really adds something to a show when you can get a special photo like with
Yeah.
the
yeah.
backdrop. So we did the nice holodeck grid.
Oh,
We had a bunch of
cool.
people taking pictures there, like it looked great. And I will actually be bringing that to probably every show from here on out.
Yes.
I got like 12 feet of it, so we're just gonna keep pulling it and going. Um, yeah, that I feel like that really added something to it as well.
No,
I
and it
also,
was great because I saw you and I was like, I was obviously we had not met in person prior to that. And
you're
you were in
so
costume, which
tall.
I'm going to make you talk about your
He's
costume.
so tall.
Yeah, you're so
Mhm.
much taller than I thought you would be.
I'm an awkward giant.
Yeah, wow.
Yes, no, and I was so starstruck because you were in costume and you just looked amazing and you were on and you were giving star, but you were giving like community leader warmth. It felt like you were like it felt like you were at the heart of this. And maybe it's because you were who I knew. I don't know, but it really felt that way to me. And
Thank you.
it was really is I was really so happy that I went and happy to
Thank
see you
you.
there.
Yeah, there's no better feeling. The like three top memories in my whole lifetime have been my three shows.
I love that. All right, can you tell us about your first look? Because it's the look that you mingled in and it was
Yes. Yes.
so good.
So I came out first in my Bride of Chaotica look, Queen Arachnia. So that's obviously a Captain Proton Voyager reference. My partner Pat was also Chaotica himself.
He looked
Oh,
great. He
Yes,
looked so
yeah.
good.
Yeah, we
Did you
had a
make
lot of
that
fun
or
with that
was
one.
that a collab?
It was a collab, yeah.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was fun. I decided to play that character when I originally wrote this show. I make a nice big list of like, hey, if you need character suggestions, here are some good ones. And a lot of them got crossed off. And then I realized like the main one in my head, no one had taken it. And I was like, well, I actually feel kind of pulled to that. So I had a lot of fun with that one. I did a little pole act with it. Ended up wrapping up Chaotica in some spider silk and spraying the whole crowd with it as well.
oh my God.
That was quite fun.
That's amazing.
I enjoyed
Um,
it
eh, can you tell us about your MC? Because
there.
um I mean I don't even know where to begin. So brilliantly funny the entire way
Yeah.
through.
So we had two MCs. We did have Madison Zane opening up the show. It was
Yes.
actually their first time ever hosting. I think they did an incredible job. They've never spoken into a microphone that long before. They
Mm.
did a fantastic job. Like I'm so proud of them. And then we also had Sherman joining us as our emergency medical hologram.
Ah,
And it was incredible. I already cut down a few little clips and posted them on my Instagram, but they are one of the most interesting people I've ever met in my life. I'm deeply in love with them platonically. And I just immediately knew when I was writing a holodeck themed show that I needed the EMH to help host.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
I
Yeah.
needed it to be them because they love to shave their head like that. They
Oh my God.
genuinely
I
love
was
it.
like, that's the best bald cap ever. And then I
Nope.
saw the next day on Instagram.
Real. Yep. Real.
wow.
Love to shave it like that. They looked incredible.
Wait, but explain the shave, please, because it
Yeah,
was
so
not it.
it's it is the male pattern baldness look, I believe. It is just here where the hair is, a nice little semicircle, look just like the EMH. Exactly like the EMH. Robert Picardo would be proud.
They were so good. And this I had seen this online somewhere else of them that there is like a I mean I don't even know how to like the comic climax for Sherman.
Mhm.
Forgive me if this is maybe an overgeneralizing, but appears to be a penis reveal.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, that's the The stick. Yeah, that's yeah. That's
And
great.
Stick.
Yeah,
It
it's either
hap-
that or balls, but it's usually a penis reveal.
it happened, and I think I had seen it before. Like
Mhm.
I think I had seen that bit with them before, and it was so it wasn't fully shocking, but it was like done. I mean, it was so funny. Like it was done as like an accident, and then it
Yep.
was like,
Yes. So
well,
we had them reference the episode Virtuoso from Voyager, where the alien race comes onto Voyager, I believe, or just into his program. I need to
No.
rewatch it. The details are fuzzy. Anyways, the doctor is doing an opera to the audience.
Yes.
So we had Sherman lip syncing an opera, and then they accidentally removed all of their pants and their penis was out. And then they revealed that a live opera singer was actually singing the song. We had Leo Balkovich join us as a live opera singer.
Wait,
Oh
wait,
my
wait, 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 wait,
God.
wait,
Wait,
wait. Hold on.
like for real?
Wait.
Yes.
We need a 20-second timeout on
Yeah.
this play. Hold on. So the lip sync was
Yes.
to a live person
Yes.
singing opera.
Yes. I'll give you guys video access. You can watch the whole show after this.
I would love that. I
Yes.
will put on my fuzzy PJs, put it on the big screen, hit play, and lay back and watch it.
Yes.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. But that's impressive on a different level, right? Like to lip sync to a track that you can practice to. And yes, there is practice and rehearsal, but when you're singing live, there are different intonations and inflections, how you feel. So,
It
wow.
was very impressive. Yeah. It
also
was
for
incredible.
an amazing reveal, because why would you ever think that that would happen?
Exactly.
You
Everyone
wouldn't, that's
would
why.
assume that it's just a track, but yeah,
Correct.
I'm very happy about that. That was all their idea too. I was like, you know what, let's put you in for a solo too. Like just do like a little lip sync park and bark to that, pull your pants off, it's good. And they're like, no, we need a live singer though. And I know an opera singer. Just worked out
Well,
perfect.
there you go.
Yeah.
I feel like I've said this many times in my life, but can we get back to the penis?
Yes.
So
Yes.
it was this like a like a like a exaggerated dildo situation, or was
Yeah,
it?
like a
Yeah.
packer sewn
Okay.
into an outfit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a flaccid dildo, is what I would call it, or
Okay.
like just it was a prosthetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, got
Like
it.
think
got
like
it.
the end of Boogie Nights.
Sure. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
That paints a picture. Yeah.
I assume we've all seen that movie.
Great.
I'm reading the room and I'm like, all these people have seen that movie.
That's gonna be
Absolutely.
like a plastic penis. That's what it's like.
It's right.
But like remarkably lifelike.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
If a little engorged to be flaccid, but still very yes. It was
I.e. end
right.
of Boogie Nights.
A shower.
yeah,
Well,
it
that was
a shower. It
also
a shower.
a
Yes, thank you.
prosthetic
Thank you.
in Boogie Nights. So there you go. Anyway, I digress.
Yes. I really appreciated the Dixon Hill striptease. We had the Picard from First Contact Dixon Hill look.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep,
it was
with
Madison Zane.
Zane. Yep.
Yes. And the Geordie LaForge.
Yes. Jordy surprised me. Will White never disappoints.
Yeah, explain to me who Will Light is, please.
Will White is a performer from Philly. I've had them in every show I've done. Unfortunately, they weren't able to join us last year because they got hit by a car like right
my
before the
God.
show. So I was like, you know what? I'll see you next year when you're feeling better. And I'm so glad they came back this year. I did not even know they roller skated. And they did an entire performance on roller skates where they jumped off the stage multiple times,
Oh my God.
landed it all perfectly. It looked incredible. And then they came out later on in the second act and did 17 minutes of live music starting.
Was it really 17 minutes?
It sure was. Oh, and it's so good, every minute of it too. And they started with Reading Rainbow. And
I'm talking like
watching,
sing-along music
Yep.
though. It was all things that like, in the crowd, like things that everybody jumped in on. It was so fun.
Crowd pleasers. I love it.
Yeah. But also it was like the Geordie LaForge act was like they came out in full visor and then lost the visor, and then the whole roller skate act was done as though blind.
Mhm. Yeah, they're very impressive. Yeah.
Very impressive. Yes. To say nothing of like the live guitar sing along. Yeah.
Yeah, that reading rainbow moment got me. I was in the back getting ready to do Vulcan Love Slave, and I'm trying to put my makeup on, and yeah, tears were happening. I could hear the crowd. Just incredible. Yeah,
It was really good. It was really
yeah.
good. I appreciated there was the Orion fully green painted hula hoop act.
Yes, yes. Jessica Lee Scary is an incredible hooper. She is probably the best in Boston, I would say.
Mm.
She has been a part of every Slut Trek I've done. She was actually my co-producer for the first one because I had never produced a show before, and she's got about 10 years on me in the business. So I was like, please show me your ways. And they will be joining us for the next show happening in July that I believe we're going to bring up in a little bit.
Woo.
That's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
My other question, okay, now you're just getting my best of here is the Garrick striptease w
Yeah.
with, and I almost feel like I'm like spoiling it, but it's already happened that Garrick, when fully naked, like a full lizard suit,
Mhm.
has essentially an armadillo for a dick.
Yes. Yeah. Armadillo. Yeah.
I think that's the prosthetic that I thought you were talking about earlier, and I was like, wait a second, I think I heard something about this. Like multiple dicks. Got it.
Multiple dicks. There were 8 tearaway pants reveals. So we've
Nice.
got lots of pants being ripped off during the show. Making a little cut of all those together right now, actually. Um,
That's great.
yeah, Riot Romero is incredible. They typically bring puppets to every show. They came to our assimilation show. They were Riker, and they had an incredible Riker puppet, which you will also see at the away mission as well. Yeah, they're such a Trekkie. They're such a fan. So I love having
I
them.
love it. I love it. Also, there were so many Riker cosplays in the audience. Did you notice
Yeah,
this?
there's a lot always. Yeah.
What is that just always a popular one or like
I
what is
think
that?
so. I think it's like it's easy if you have a beard, especially.
Mm.
Right.
Um, yeah, it's always I love just seeing what everybody brings.
There's one dude who came as Riker from Angel One
Yes. Yep.
in the full chest hair in the silk
Yeah, the PPE.
pajamas with the with the
Yep.
with the chest hair reveal from season one
Yep.
that we
They've
saw our
actually
friend
come
Leonard
to every.
Crowfoot wearing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that was an excellent look also.
But that
Uh,
was just someone in the crowd. That was
Yep.
just,
yes.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
yes,
I believe
yes,
it's
they just showed
Trekkies. I
up.
love it. Yeah.
Hmm.
I also appreciated the fistful of datas. Um, can you explain that one?
Yes, so I'm so proud of them. So I like to put like an open submission form out online. Because while I'm very particular with who I'm casting, I'm looking for passion. I'm looking for a love of Star Trek. And this person's submission had the longest, what episode do you like most? Theirs was the longest. So I was like, you know what? I can tell you're a real Trekkie. And the act that they pitched is one of my absolute favorite episodes. Fistful of Data is incredible. Fits the holodeck theme so well. Yeah, that was really awesome. That was our last pole act of the evening, so that was our third pole act.
So the first pole act was you as Arachnia,
Yes.
and the other was Vulcan Love Slave.
It was Minuet. So we had
Oh
Minuet
yes,
right
yes.
before.
Oh please.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, we had a Minuet pole act right before. That was Aubrey Pleaser, another incredible performer. They're always in my finales as well. Like so hot. Incredible shots from that too. Um, and we had our lovely videographer Baron Jones joining us as Riker on stage as well.
That's right, because he was
Yep.
sitting next to me.
Yep. Yeah, yeah,
And
you
then
got
suddenly
really
was up
good
on
seats.
stage.
You were next to the camera.
I was, yeah. Yeah, no, I had a good seat. Um, and can you talk to me about Vulcan Love Slave? Because that was, I mean, to say this show covered comedy and the this was, I felt like the titillation. This
Thank
was
you.
really fucking sexy. And
Thank
you were amazing. Like that is one thing that I cannot overstate is that Lucy is an extraordinarily skilled performer. She is so like my mind was blown. You were so good, and it was sexy.
Thank
Like
you so
my
much.
eyes were popping out. My like little.
Oh, so you were the wolf in Looney Tunes?
Yes,
When you came out, it was like,
Oh, thank you so much. I do like to have like a little bit of a storyline going throughout my shows, but I always tend to find at the end I'm like, oh, what do I do with it? So typically I try to resolve what's happening or wrap it up. And throughout the show, we were testing the largest holodeck, the USS Crystal Ballroom, going through all different sorts of programs. And the kittens were having a little bit of trouble cleaning out the biofilters. We had Boymore and we had
Yes.
Rutherford, but they were not getting to it in time. They were making these excuses. They had to pick up this paper and these clothes. They just didn't get to it. And they did try to tell the EMH before the show started, but they just weren't having it. We were just trying to finish it out. And it unfortunately ended in a big malfunction at the end. And they got, Rutherford got sucked into the biofilter. And I don't even know what they were covered in, but it's not good.
They were covered in some really
God.
gooey fluids.
Oh my God.
Yes.
oh,
Yes, and it was so good because you see them the whole show as the kittens, right? Which call back,
Mm.
Mike.
Mhm.
You taught us what a stage
Right.
kitten was
Yes, right.
the last time we had Lucy on.
Mhm,
Yep.
Mike,
mhm.
former stage kitten himself.
You know.
But the stage kittens were so like visibly there and like it's so like had such cute costumes so that when they sort of became prominent at the end, it was a very fun payoff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
Can we
really
ask?
enjoyed writing that. I was hoping that they would be as on board as they were, and the second I pitched it to them, they were like, "I can't wait to do that."
That's awesome.
What was the goo? What did you use?
I used like a stage slime, like meant for performances. It's very sticky. Like if you touch it to something else, it gives those great pulls. And it was the entire container. I offered to get them a lift home if they needed because they were so gooey. I was like, we gotta clean you up before you leave. But it was so worth it. It was so funny.
See, it was the stuff, it was like the stuff that I sent you on the Armis dancer, that
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
viscous
yes. Lanita
goo.
found an Armis dancer on Instagram, like some essentially like a performance
Well,
artist that looks like. I mean, how do you even describe
oh,
it? They like dance in like
They're literally dancing. It looks like slime tar.
like the black
And
goo.
Yeah.
mhm,
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
it's so
Love it.
it's so cool, like slapping and going, and it stretches. So like when you're like, oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
literally a day later, I got the same video sent to me by my boyfriend who said, "You need to show this to Lanita." And I was like, "Oh, she's already seen it. She sent it to me." Yes.
Amazing.
No, that was like such a good, I mean, it was like such a like a beautiful tie-in at the end, and you got everybody else up on stage. And um, but yeah, but talk to me about Vulcan Love Slave itself, like your number with
Ah,
the Spocks, and because that was, I mean, just apart from being really well executed, it was sexy as
thank
fuck.
you. Yeah,
You
so
got
so right
moves.
before Vulcan Love Slave, actually, we didn't have any Vulcans in the show until right at the end. The
Hmm.
act right before mine was Rusty Hammer with Zad Greybone and Throb Zombie from Dragula as the backup Spocks. They
Huh.
did a mirror mirror act as Kirk
Hmm.
with their two Spocks.
So
That
good.
was that was, oh my God, that was so incredible. I didn't even know what Rusty was going to do. I just trusted them. I was like, please be in the show. I don't want to hear anything about it until day of, and then I'll see what you made.
I love it.
And then we started Vulcan Love Slave. We had myself, we had Aubrey Gleaser, and we had Stabitha Christie. And then Throb helped out a little bit as
That's
well.
right.
Yeah, it was really good. So I was just taking everyone through the Vulcan Love Slave program. It's the most popular program at Forks.
Mhm.
We only got up to level 3 before it shut down, unfortunately. Um, Yeah, it was
How
pretty
many more
good.
levels are there?
I think there's 69 in total, but I have
What? Not a beat and miss.
Well done.
Oh my God. I love it.
It's one of those things that we never get to see. We hear about it on Deep Space Nine, so the imagination, runs wild. So
Yeah.
it's nice that you were able to, give us at least 3 chapters.
Yeah.
Can you tell us your look for that number? Because it was pretty killer.
Yeah, I'm still kind of about it. I got a very short black wig for it.
Like a pixie cut or like a
Yeah.
bob? Oh, you're a pixie.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that how good that would look on me, and it's kind of making me second guess things because I've been blonde for a very long time now. But yeah, no, I felt really hot in it. I had a beautiful thistle inspire outfit that I wore too. I wore some pleasers, of course. Yeah, we did a little chair dance at one point. We put some chairs on the runway and pulled some people off. I didn't want to put you two on the spot, Damien, so I didn't grab you. I grabbed the person
Damn
next
it.
to
What
me
is
instead.
wrong with you? You always grab him. You always make him uncomfortable. You always use him. That is what he came for, to be used.
Well,
I did pull the winning raffle ticket.
You
I
did,
did do that.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we put you on the spot with that one too.
Oh, it was fine. It was fine. I didn't have to do very much, except for the fact that actually the people really put on the spot were the people tearing the tickets because the tickets
Yeah.
weren't torn yet. So there
Yep,
was like
we
a
were
group.
we
there
were
was
selling them till the last second, unfortunately. But
yes.
how it goes,
Yes.
yeah.
Where do you find the talent? Like, is it people friends people in the community? Like,
Yeah, so I do know a decent amount of Trekkies. I have a core group of people that I work with in every show in some capacity. They might not necessarily have a solo, but they are a part of the crew. But I do like to give everyone a fair chance. And again, it's enthusiasm. So I will be putting out submission forms for Riza as well, which is the show that will be happening in May 2026. I actually already got my dates. It will be the 16th and the 17th of May next
2
year.
nights now.
nice.
Yes.
Then
Yeah,
it's
going back to
Friday,
2
Saturday,
nights.
Sunday.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, so I am going to be looking for new talent too. It's about enthusiasm, like who has a great idea for this that fits. Yeah.
Great.
So we may find out exactly what Jamaharon is.
Oh, you sure will.
Oh my
Oh, you
God.
sure will. Yeah, you definitely will. Yeah, you got to have your Horgan on display.
Yes.
I just got
Mike-
mine
Yes.
at the last convention.
It's funny. So as I was watching this, I was telling Lanita this when I got back that the being a drag show and being a burlesque show and the diversity on stage in terms of gender diversity and like across the spectrum. And I found myself as in my like cis white male self sitting there, that my reaction to some of these acts watching it is that I found that I had this like unconscious need to like decode various people's gender stories watching that. And it was like, and I caught myself doing it and I was like, that is not this. That is not this. Like, this is like, let people be who they are, appreciate, like take everyone for face value and stop trying to like be that. And I think that was like, as like a, I don't.
That's Trek, though. I feel like
it is Trek. That is exactly what it is. That even that even as like a queer Trekkie nerd who goes to plenty of events where I immerse myself in diversity of all kinds, that even still I had to relearn that lesson. Which I think is a lesson that we can all relearn is the acceptance of people for who they are and for who they are in that moment and for what they're giving you and
infinite diversity and infinite combinations.
Absolutely.
It applies to gender.
It was a powerful reminder of my own temporary failings in that regard and how schooled I felt. So I appreciated it.
Nice.
Can you tell us about your upcoming away mission?
Oh, yes, of course. So I will be bringing the first Slut Trek away mission to Madame Sherry's in Keene, New Hampshire. We will be doing this on July 26th, and it is starting at 7 p.m. doors open. We're going to be doing something a little bit different with this one. This is not going to be exactly like the Slut Treks you've seen before. It's going to be a little bit looser, a little bit more condensed. I'm bringing a smaller cast. And we are also doing a couple new things. We will be having a trivia contest in the middle of the show, which we have yet to do. I love Star Trek trivia, so I'm very excited to be doing that. And I have some special gifts. So the winner will be winning this.
Yes.
What is that?
I have that.
Of course you do. I have that.
We also just got this other one.
Wait, explain what it is, because not everyone is going to look at the video.
Oh God! True. Oh, sorry. Is this?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I actually can't tell what it is.
Not good for audio format. I'm holding up books.
Wave it, moving around a lot.
So this is called Obsessed with Star Trek. There's two different versions of it, but this really cool version has this little keypad thing here. Here, if you're watching, you can see it says "Try me." So you press the button. It gives you a random question. You go to the question, then you guess your answer, and it tells you if you're right or wrong. We spend hours playing with this. That's love amazing. This. So we bought ourselves another one, and we got the extended edition. So we could give this one away to the winner of the trivia contest.
Mike Jones is going to come now because he said, I didn't even know there was an extended. He's like,
I didn't know there was an extended version.
He's like, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm very excited to do that and branch into that a little bit. And then in the second act, we will be having a costume contest, which I have done before. And then we're going to follow it with a little dance party. So you can hang out with us after the show and dance for a little while. Just trying a new format.
Can you tell us what is the venue that you're going to be at? Like what kind of place is it?
Yeah, so we're going to be at Madame Sherry's. I have not been there yet. It is in New Hampshire, and I'm down here in Rhode Island. But it looks absolutely stunning. I believe they opened up last year, and I'm just so excited. I know they host all sorts of drag shows and things like that. And we have Civil Disobedience joining us, who frequently works there. They said it is one of their favorite venues to work at. So I am absolutely stoked to be there. It's my birthday weekend as well. So I'm making it a birthday trip at the same time. Really excited. Yeah.
That should be fun.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes. And this year we are going to have myself. I'm bringing back an old favorite act. So we'll see what I bring back. We have Madison Zane. Riot Romero will be bringing us 2 acts and bringing both of their Star Trek puppets. Paige Turner is also going to be joining us, and Jessica Lee Scary will be back again.
Love it. Love it. Oh, it's so fun.
Where can people get tickets?
Yes, so you can find tickets on my Instagram right now. You can also find tickets at madamsherrys.com, I believe. I'll make sure it's Madam.
Yep, and then we'll put it all down in the little bio situation.
See below.
Now, how did you connect with this? Like, is this like the seeds of like just spreading everywhere and taking your acts like wherever you can go?
Yes, and it happened in an even more exciting way than I thought. They actually reached out to me about bringing the show there.
Wow.
Yeah, I am so honored. It's hard to put it in words without getting clipped, but it's really special. So I'm so excited. My goal is to eventually make this a traveling show. I do think this would lend itself very well to Star Trek conventions.
Oh, that was my next question. Is like why not at a Star Trek?
After dark.
Yeah,
on evening instead of going to a party, go to Slut Trek.
I mean, we were just at a convention that so my friend who was going to come with our friend of the pod who was going to come with me is with an organization in New York that does weekly Star Trek drag shows at a gay bar in Midtown, which, by the way, any of your acts could play there just as well. and they performed at this convention that we were just at.
Mhm.
And I'm like, yeah, why not that?
Yeah.
Why is that not the late night programming at a Star Trek convention?
Yeah,
The,
Yeah.
that is
the
my
only thing that
thinking.
you'd have to work on with them is lighting, because there was some lighting. Do you know what I mean? But like,
Yeah. Thankfully I'm getting ready to get more of my own props so I can bring the same level no matter what
Mhm.
space I'm in. But that is the goal. I do think that assimilation would be great to travel with. I also think holodeck would be great to travel with. The holodeck theme, especially, you can do a lot on there because it's the holodeck.
Yeah.
But I would really love to start bringing this places, especially with the different kinds of shows I have. We don't have to do the same show both night. I could do 3 nights of different shows every time. But yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely. This is year 3. I do tend to work a bit slower. I really like to take my time writing things and working on things. But yeah, I do think I have a few more shows in me a year if I can find the right venue.
So let me ask you, like your MC Sherman. Who wrote all of that script? Is that you? Is that Sherman? Is that a collaboration?
It was a collaboration. I wrote some of the more like technical aspects of it, explaining the way the holodeck works and everything like that. But I also love their hosting style. They never fail to entertain me, and I just trust them. So I was like, you need to say this one thing, so they press the button at the right time. But other than that, say what you want. And it was just so good. They were so funny. I've watched this show all the way through 8 times since it's happened. So yeah, it's really deeply ingrained in here now.
That's great.
So it all seemed to go perfectly to me, but did you have any mishaps that you want to talk about, or is there anything that
There's always little things. All things always happen. You always have people drop. Sometimes help doesn't always arrive. Yeah, we do. We. I think it was pretty good. I have such little
it was
nitpicky
flawless from the
things.
audience. It was flawless.
Yeah.
I saw nothing. There was nothing that wasn't perfect to me. I
Yeah.
was such
My
a
main thing is I ripped the paper backdrop a little bit while we were setting it up, and honestly, that was it, and we fixed it. Yeah, it's so nice when that's the problem. Yeah. Yeah, no, it feels good. I always try to take everything as like a learning opportunity. Because I do think no matter how good something went, it can probably be improved upon.
Mhm.
So just taking all those little notes because I do strive to bring an even better show next year.
Yeah, and it really just I was so inspired by the whole thing. You guys were really just it was all the sort of like ideals of Star Trek with this sort of like naughty mischief randiness to it that I found to be just very moving, inspiring.
Thank you. I feel the same way.
Good, good. So I alluded earlier that you I'm sure remember that the last time that you were on that we do our rapid fire questions
Oh, yeah.
for someone the first time that they're on, and then when they
Yeah.
repeat, we release them from that responsibility. But your answers were so funny to us when you did it. We decided that we could not release you and we were going to haze you a second time.
Oh, the
So-
stretching is happening. Hold
Stretching
on,
is
we'll
happening.
stretch.
And I have to confess um, that I did crowdsource some of this. That our friend Lee Ellen helped with some questions. Our friend Matt Jennings helped with some questions, and also my friend Vanilla, aka Chocolate Steve, had the most twisted one. So I feel like
Thank you,
we got
John.
some
I'm
new
excited to
material.
hear
We're
what
gonna
they are.
try out on you.
I don't even know what's happening. Let's go. I
You're
can't
gonna
wait to
love
hear the
it,
questions.
Juanita.
I can't
love it.
wait.
We're gonna make you answer these too then.
Lies and lies, you tell. This is
Lies.
about Lucy, blue skies.
So we usually ask a question about who, if you went to have dinner with people, that sort of thing. So this is a similar imagined scenario. If you were to create an adult film cast entirely from characters in the Star Trek universe, what would these three characters be? Who would you cast and why? And then what would the scene be?
Okay.
Just,
So,
compose a
which,
movie on the spot, really, is
Yeah,
what
yeah.
exactly.
Oh, yeah,
And
I
go.
get you.
Elevator pitch,
Yeah.
porn, go.
All right. So it would need to be like a really old school porn because I don't love what's out. Not a
Okay.
fan of the new stuff. I
Whole
like
other
70s
topic.
Bound
I
Chicka Wow
yeah,
agree.
Wow.
Mhm.
that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, something very atmospheric, I think. Definitely Jax Bashir and let's say Garrick. Why not? That'll be fun. I think Dax would end up not in it as much if it was Bashir and Garrick, but
Sure,
that's
sure.
okay. Maybe like a cuck
Well,
situation. Actually, you know what? I like that. Yeah, that's what I want. That's an answer. Yeah, Bashir,
it's
Garrick, Jadzia Dax sitting in the corner in that weird
because we
corner.
Okay, so I have an unrelated question that is prompted by my hotel experience with
I'm
Mike
ready.
Jones.
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
so
my.
you're
This
in a
sounds
hotel
very
room,
lovely.
and the
Uh-huh.
hotel room has a bed, a TV stand, and one single chair. What do you call that chair?
That's a cup chair.
That's the cook chair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
that's a common
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the coat / cup chair. Yes.
I learned this from Mike Jones. I would not have known that
Yeah.
otherwise.
Have
So
you-
everyone's more advanced than me.
Who's
Lanita,
sitting
did you know
facing the
that?
bed too?
Have you
Jeez.
not
Sitting
watched
watching
hotel
the
porn?
bed.
The plus one and I
I'm fucking in
went a trip
hotel
to
porn.
went on a trip to Miami and literally listened to them film a porn next door as the headboard was. What is happening?
What is happening?
Cheer him on.
As
Like,
soon as I
Softer. Yeah.
Tenderly.
as soon as I got my Horgon in the vendor hall at that convention, I was like, back in the room, I was like, this needs to sit on the little table next to the cuck chair. The perfect picture. Okay. What non-human alien species would you like to have sexual intercourse with and why?
I mean, a soon type android.
I
Because
mean,
the
that's
wall
right.
behind me. Because yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You're
top
right.
tier. Yeah.
Right there by the Brent Shriner. So here's a question. So, and I think I know the answer to this, but you say a Soong type android. Obviously, Brent Spiner has played most of them, but in Picard, we see the Alex Deal version of the
Yes.
Soong type android.
Yes, J. Adam Brown plays that person. Yes, plays Fred. Yes.
Oh, Fred. Yes,
Yeah.
Fred.
Oh, Fred.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Oh,
I see.
Fred.
I was thinking of the Mars, not Mars Attacks.
Season 1 and 2.
The
The Mars
attack
Attacks.
on Mars.
Oh, the Golem. The
Yeah.
Golem body one.
Yeah, he's like blonde.
Yeah.
He's like
Yeah.
bald and yeah. I just wanted to bring him up because I have a crush on him. But
I also have a crush on
yeah.
him, and so does another friend who I won't out in this.
all the gay boys have a crush on him. Okay.
Yeah, I just realized my brain just immediately jumped to Discovery because I just started thinking about Fred immediately. Fred's also included in that for sure.
Yes,
That makes
Fred is a
sense.
fascinating one. I wanted more Fred.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought Fred would come back. They
Yeah,
had the
no.
wires.
Yeah.
I mean,
Missed
They had the
opportunity.
wires.
missed opportunity. Knowing all we know now, please describe the nature of Riker and Troy's sexual relationship on the Enterprise D.
I mean, that reads to me as either a very secure polyamorous couple
Mhm.
or friends genuinely taking a break in a relationship just to get some strange while they're on the ship. Knowing that when they eventually are done, they're going to come back together. And it almost seems like that is the arrangement they have because they're so secure in each other and their friendship and love for each other that like they're able to go and do whatever, knowing that they still have somebody for them.
Absolutely. You know, I originally thought of them in that situation. They have this bond, but they're, not together currently, but that doesn't change that they have this bond. And then you have moments where they're sitting at a table and then this other woman walks up and then she immediately gets up and leaves, like with no like problem, like, oh, of course, I'll get out of the way. Here, have fun with this
Yeah.
person. But somehow the older I get, the more I'm like, no, they were just poly. Like maybe that's my
Yeah.
own head canon.
Yeah.
You know
It
what I
seems
mean?
like it,
But
yeah.
it seems like Riker was having more fun than she ever did. And so that's why I'm like,
Hmm.
like,
Well,
She had her chocolate sundae. She was all right.
right,
yeah, but
right.
She
Well,
just, that's the only thing about her, you know?
well,
Yeah.
that and the writers just love for her to be abused and like psychically raped and
Yeah. Yeah.
impregnated without
She
consent,
sent
and
him something
she
and
went
yeah.
through it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I do wish that they had given her a bit more
Yeah,
at times. Um, but yeah.
I bet Marina Sirtis would agree.
Yes, I
Mhm.
believe so. Yes.
Um, Again, knowing all that we know now, please describe the nature of Picard and Crusher's, that's Beverly,
Mm.
sexual relationship on the Enterprise D.
Yes, we will
Good
clarify
clarification,
that.
Mike.
Clarification.
So I think I really don't know Crusher's standpoint, but I feel like Picard's, he was so focused on the job that it genuinely wasn't in his head until after the events of Nemesis and then the like Utopia Planitia stuff and all that happened. Like between that, I think that's where things changed for him. I actually had a very long conversation about what happens to Picard after the movies the other day. And I do think the events of the movies and the events of Nemesis changed him a lot. That was very traumatic. And I think the parts that we don't see in between Nemesis and Picard, I think a lot of growth happened. I really don't know if that was just them reconnecting for a short period of time or them wanting more and him running away. Because he does seem to have that like avoidant attachment thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's my best
Well,
guess.
poor Laris. I mean,
Yeah.
Nemesis. Haven't gotten there yet. Okay.
oh
Keep it. It
right.
doesn't matter. I'm gonna forget it by the time we. Oh, yeah, Lucy.
Yeah.
If you don't know, I've only seen up to we're on 5. I've only seen up
You
to
watched
5.
5.
I've
Yeah.
only seen up to 5, and I've only seen
Picard?
no
No,
of
no,
the
of the original
movies.
movies.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's always interesting when someone brings up something that's outside of 5, where I'm
Yeah,
like,
you'll
that's
see.
it'll be
You'll see
great. I
him.
can't wait. We'll be
Yep.
like, oh, Lucy was right.
We literally have forced her to stop so that we can mine it for podcast episodes.
It's so much fun.
Sure. Yeah, and if you haven't listened to our Voyage Home episode, it is hilarious. I just re-listened to it.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm doing a TOS movie rewatch right now, so I'll do all those and then watch your recaps of them.
Awesome.
It's wild.
Okay. Would you rather?
Mhm.
There are 4 options.
Mm.
Fuck a space ghost.
Mm.
Damien wrote this. I'm curious exactly what that is.
Sub
alluding to.
Rosa.
Sub Rosa.
Yeah,
Okay.
With Candle. Yeah.
Candle space goes, yes.
Yeah.
Um,
On the Ireland planet, you know.
or go through Ponfar every 7 years, or have an orgy on Risa, or make lizard babies with your commanding officer.
Mm-mm. No lizard babies.
I
I'm sorry, I'm
mean,
not supposed to be answering.
no, I like it. You know, I'm just thinking like long-term commitment here, probably an orgy. Like, how long's that gonna take? Like lizard babies, I'm
Oh,
not about the children. The 7 years of Ponfar, that means I am a Vulcan, so it's gonna happen again in 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Yeah, I think the orgy on Rise, I think that would be the simplest.
And
Yeah.
probably the most fulfilling because fucking a space ghost, that really
Yeah.
just sounds like you
Yeah,
went into a
'cause, like-
psychosis. Like,
Because
are
they
you
can make themselves look however, but like maybe that ghost doesn't really look like that. And I don't need to get catfished by a ghost. I don't
No.
need that many layers, you know?
nobody needs that.
Who needs that? No.
Um, so here's a question that I feel like you'll know the answer to. So Vulcans go through. I'm off the list. Vulcans go through Ponfar every 7 years, right? But that's not the only time they have sex, right?
No, that's just when they cannot avoid it. They have the plaque tau, the
Um,
blood fever that they have to purge either through violence or through sex.
mhm,
But it has not been written that they cannot have sex outside of that. Whether that's
Mm.
something that's like a frequent thing or not, I don't
mhm.
know.
That makes sense. I guess it would depend on the Vulcan,
Yes, yes.
right?
Hmm.
I can't believe I'm about to say this sentence. Who was Wesley Crusher's first butt? The outrageous Okana, the Traveler,
Your
No,
or
face.
the Edo boy with chest hair?
it's the traveler. Fortunate, but it's the traveler. It's the groomer, we know.
He's a
It's a groomer.
Very interesting situation there. Yeah, I don't know that. Every time the episodes ends, I'm just like, okay, all
And
right, I guess he's gone now. Like, I don't. Yeah, you don't love him. Like, oh, how convenient you can go invisible now. Like, yeah. Sure.
oh
How
my
long have
god,
you been on the ship, please? Yeah.
that's amazing. Damien, did you write that question?
um,
that
that
talk with
was
Steve?
no, I feel like that came from Steve.
Oh, that came from Steve, of course.
Yeah.
Steve, who we went to a Star Trek convention with our friend Steve, who we love, and it was like a very queer friendly one, and his assumption was it was going to be like Fire Island, and we'd just be hooking up all weekend, and maybe some people had that experience.
An interesting way to look at a Star Trek convention, but yeah.
Right?
I did though get a message on. I mean, I shouldn't be. I should not be broadcasting my interaction. I did get a message on Blue Sky though when I announced that we were going to the Star Trek convention. Like, oh, I'll be there looking to hook up. I was like, I have yet to
Oh,
have sex at a Star Trek convention.
Wow.
on Blue Sky.
Yeah, that's not a blue sky conversation.
That is
Yeah.
not a Blue Sky. That's
There was some Blue Sky conversation, but that's a whole other story. Okay,
well, it's because Craigslist is gone. So
we're still
Yeah.
recovering from that.
Rip.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Okay, those were all of our rapid fire questions.
Incredible. Thank you. I loved it.
Thank you. You did very well with them. There's many other questions we could ask. Yeah, but I'm not going to go there.
Maybe you'll
Why,
just
my
have to have me
jo-
back on at some point and I'll do
Oh,
them again.
absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Three
We'll
rapid fire.
we'll well formulate those questions and ask you because they're right in my head right now. They're spinning, and I'm like, I need to like get these down. Well, it's a date. You'll be back, and we'll do this again.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
See, now you've broken the seal for returning. So now you're gonna be back all the time. So
See,
What I
and
want.
that's awesome. And see, here's the thing is that now that you know that there's the movie thing happening, is there a favorite Star Trek movie that I haven't seen that you would come on and be the third host? Because I'm the guest when the look, oh, there's a violent head shake happening.
Yes. Oh God, I love First Contact and I love Insurrection.
Okay.
I
oh,
love
Well, then you can
Insurrection. I
so Mike
know
Jones, write it
Yeah.
down.
that is
in
an
the-
unpopular opinion, but I
I,
like
I feel like Insurrection is what you just signed up for because because that is given that it's an unpopular. I mean, I should say I don't dislike Insurrection. I think it is like a very good
Yeah.
late episode of Next Generation
Yep.
rather than a
Yeah.
movie.
it
But
feels like a 2 or 3 parter or a
Uh-huh.
made for TV movie, and they do Brent Spiner's makeup so well. He looks so good.
Mhm.
No,
Okay.
I love that movie. I think
She's
it's
in.
right in course First Contact.
It's a comfy movie. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Listen, I am lining up. This is what my job is. I'm lining up the people who get to come on and be the third host, and I'm the guest, and I get to like
yes,
spew all
that's
my-
how we do it. That's how we've been doing the
And I
movies.
come
Is
in
that you would
hot
come
like
on
this.
as a co-host,
Yeah.
and then Lenita is the guest.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh
All
yeah.
right, so
Yay.
all right, so we still have to do Star Trek 6. We
Yeah.
already did Generations randomly.
Yeah, we skipped into Generations.
randomly.
I don't remember
Well, it was the
why.
anniversary.
Oh, it was the anniversary. That's why.
Yeah, and then you made me watch that other thing. Anyway,
Oh my
go
God,
ahead.
she's still mad. Lucy, did you see Unification, the AI movie with Kirk's face? And she's making a face. I will send you the link to it. Where-
All right, but yeah.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It is.
You know what I have been thinking a lot about in terms of that? I do think with the rise in like so much AI content, we're gonna have more people coming to real life in-person events
Mm.
because you can't fake that on AI.
Mhm.
So I think that's good news for me. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
also in fairness, this isn't AI; it's digital masking, where they have an actor who
Oh, okay.
plays Kirk with his face muscles, but it's like a digital mask of
Okay.
Kirk.
That's
Yeah.
better. That's
It was-
better.
It's
Because
better.
a person's doing it.
It's like a
That's-
Spurk deathbed moment that we get.
Right. It was produced by
Oh.
the Roddenberry Company.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
And there's
Now I
no
know what-
dialogue.
But weird.
I
It's
thought
definitely
it was a full AI thing.
No,
and I-
no,
we're
no,
not,
no.
We're not selling
Okay.
it.
no.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
weird and artsy, and Lanita hated it.
Ooh,
Yes.
all
Although
right,
I stumbled into various fan edits of it on YouTube the other day.
I shouldn't say,
so-
okay. I don't hate anything. I mean, I do hate certain, but I don't hate that. It just the way y'all built it up, like it answers
Yeah,
and it's
that's-
the
it didn't
and then
answer.
I watched it and I said, this is some bullshit. It's like, ooh,
I
my
didn't
Lord.
build it up. All I said was that we were gonna watch it because it was relevant, and you skipped that part of the email.
And this is true. Too many
That's why
words.
she's mad.
That's why she's bad. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yay. Oh my goodness. Lucy, this was awesome. I am truly sad that I missed it, but I am excited. True. If you send me the link, I am, and then I'm gonna be like sending you an email like, oh my God. I've already put in the calendar next year's dates. So
Yes.
Nice.
that's already
Oh.
happened. So I'm gonna have to block that off and tell people I'm going to Boston.
Yes.
I'm so
And you
excited.
didn't
to
ask me
have-
this, but I'm giving the comedy award to Sherman.
Thank you.
Ah.
And I'm giving
yeah, do we have superlatives for this?
I don't want to give more than that, and I want to say the titillation award goes to you.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Nice.
I try.
It was
Nice.
There was was there did I hear correctly? Was there some type of costume contest? No.
Not at Holodeck. We just encourage costumes
I
because I
gotcha.
think any chance to dress up, like
Yeah.
why not?
Why not?
We will be having a costume contest at the away mission.
Got you. Okay.
Sweet. Sweet.
Yes, because I came in my pod t-shirt and I wished that I had come in a Starfleet uniform when I got there. I looked around and I was like, no, I should have put on a uniform
Next time.
next time.
Mhm.
So away mission July.
Yes.
Yes, July 26th, and that's up in
Great.
Keene, New Hampshire at Madam Sherry's. And then we will be having a Slut Trek Riza on
Woo.
May 16th and 17th. And that is next year, 2026. That will be at the Crystal Ballroom in Boston again.
Amazing.
You know what I have a question also is that where do we is there a way for us to get Slut Trek merch? Because I definitely bought some stickers which I dispersed, and then I mean I'm gonna confess this right now. I stole a bunch of coasters because I loved them.
You should know they're always free for everyone because I always want everyone to have a memento when they go home. So I always try to give something away for free at every show.
Yeah.
I'm working on some merch.
Because I would buy t-shirts
Yeah.
because like even before we knew you and we talked about this, I was like, Slut Trek? That's all I needed to hear. I was like, I'm in. Whatever it is,
Done.
I'm in.
And
Yeah.
here's the question, Damien. Do you prefer to buy a t-shirt and cut the arms off, or do you want it to be offered as a muscle shirt with the arms already gone?
No, he needs to cut them himself so they can be appropriately cut to the shoulder so that it can be the most exposure. So he can, show the guns, the face.
I get you. I
Here,
got you. No hate, I
Woo.
understand. It is different. Yeah. I feel like the tank top isn't the same as cutting it off. Yeah.
yes, and also sometimes as we age and want to be slutty, sometimes it's a skin tight tank top or like a big loose cut t-shirt. The latter is better.
He needs the option to cut it further down, so we get a little side boob, maybe a little nip slip, to make sure that everyone can see the top of the 8-pack that he works on. Lift. Yeah.
This feels like slut shaming.
No.
I'm into it. I'm snapping for you.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
I would
Um,
never shame you, Damazon, ever.
No, you would not. You would not.
No, that was my shady way of actually asking, like, yeah, like merch in different, because we've been looking at merch too. And t-shirts, like everybody does t-shirts, but people do alter them. Like um there are, like, I don't know. There's the muscle shirt, the A shirt, the the tank top. There's lots of different options. But to offer things in multiple options is more expensive.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
that's kind of where I was coming from with that.
Yeah, I am
And what would
planning
be
on
the most
having
popular?
some like special merch for Riza.
Mm.
Not gonna have it ready for a while, but it will be there then. Yeah, and I'm trying to get some more stuff. It's also licensing and everything like that. You have to be careful what you're
Yep.
printing and selling. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
It's in the hopper.
So
She's got
if
some
we
things
if we can
cooking.
get if on the off chance that we get Mike Jones to Slut Trek 26, does he display his Horgon publicly?
Yes. Oh, yes, you should. You will be encouraged to. Oh, yes.
I think I
Oh,
need to
yeah.
paint it. It's like it's 3D printed. It's a little plain. Um, and I feel like it needs to be decorated.
Yeah.
Will you
can
will
do
you
it any
get it a
color you
satchel?
want.
Like I can see you carrying it in like a little knit crossbody where he just sits in there and like the top of it is out, like a little
Oh,
pouch
like a
and just
baby.
Like a
right
little
there,
like a little
little
Bjorn.
Bjorn. Yep.
My God,
Horgon Bjorn.
can you get a Horgon baby Bjorn,
No.
please?
It's my Star Trek sex symbol, and you just put it back. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sleeping right
Oh my
now.
God. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some
As
sort
Mike
of
Jones
like,
infantilizes his Horgon.
yeah, I was about to say, I think we're crossing over into some sort of ABDL play that maybe I don't want to
Nope.
go there.
You like it, I love it
No,
for you.
no shame.
No,
Right.
not at all.
No shame. I have somewhat of a new friend who is like a talk about community leader, and much like Lucy is a community leader in the Slut Trek community. My new friend is a community leader in the ABDL community, which
Oh,
just stands for Adult Baby
Diaper
Diaper
lover.
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 Learned something new today.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
We should connect because I also have a friend who should meet your friend. But anyway, that sounds like it's us. It's not us, people.
No, we would say if it was us. You know
Right.
that.
I would just say.
I feel like if you've listened to us long enough, you know that there is zero like filter really.
Right.
And we would be like, yeah, that's us.
Like, there you go. All
I
right.
feel like,
Well,
oh wait, hold on, Mike Jones. Yep, you
Yes.
knew it was gonna happen.
Knew it was gonna happen.
Every time he's about to sign off, and she's got one more.
No, because it popped into my head. I was
course.
watching this, I don't know, doom scrolling, and this person was interviewing like this at this furry convention, and how everybody there is either in IT or like computery things. Be like, oh, what do you do? It's like, oh, I'm in IT. Oh, nope, I'm a basketball coach or whatever, whatever. And I was like, I wonder if there's some like if there would be like a crossover or a fun crossover between like furries and Trek. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
are you are a fox, but you're dressed as an Andorian. So you're like a blue fox with instead of your ears, right?
Oh.
And like, oh,
Dr.
I like
Tano.
do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I really like Ohora, so I'm a panda, but I have the little earbud and the little fro situation.
Oh,
Like, I was like, that could be interesting.
I
That's
Hot,
a
like it. Yeah.
yeah.
both
That's
in HOTT, but also like in warmth because my God, you're in literal
right.
costume. But I think it would be kind of cool.
This
You
is
got your chocolate in my peanut butter.
intersectionality. That chocolate and
Yeah.
that peanut butter. That's what
You know
that
what I'm
Yes.
is.
saying?
Yes.
I feel like
Um,
a Dr. Ta'ana cosplay would lend perfectly to both
Perfectly.
Oh, we were just at
Perfect.
the convention, and there were some really cute Dr. Ta'ana looks.
Hell yeah.
There were a handful of them, and they were all different from one another, but really cute.
I like them.
Oh, well, I'm on
Amazing.
trend. Great. Okay, Mike Jones, close her out.
All right. Lucy, thank you so much for joining us
Thank you.
in the second of your many appearances on our
Mhm.
pod. You've already wait, what's your Instagram again?
Lucy Blueskies and at Star Trek Stripper. That will be changing soon. If you look up Lucy Blueskies, you'll find me though.
Perfect. Thank you, Damien and Lanita. And thank you, dear listener, for enjoying our naughty episode. If you have enjoyed us, make sure you give us a review. Tell your friends about us. Share us. You can find us on YouTube, all the socials at Hailing Freak Open or at hailingfrequenciesopen.com. And with that, I will say, Hailing Frequencies closed.
No goodbyes. Just good memories. Hailing Frequencies closed, sir.